welcome back to the Opinon Spot. And today on the Opinon Spot, as you can see, we are dedicating this to National Hispanic Latino Heritage Month. I was thinking of doing something for the channel as always, and I was thinking about maybe doing a top list of my favorite Latino Hispanic characters in comics. But I was like, didn't I do that one time already? So I decided to switch it up. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a 3-part series for the Opinon Spot for the next couple of episodes. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do basically, I'm doing 8 characters that are of Hispanic or Latino heritage that I still want to see come to live action, basically. The scope of the MCU, and we see that they have started to bring in some of the very popular or very well-known Latin Hispanic characters in Marvel. We got America Chavez, and I hope that isn't the last time we see America Chavez. But having said that, guys, there are still some characters that I have said that I still want to see. Let's get started. Okay, guys, coming up on number 1 on the list we see is Miles Morales, the Afro-Latino Spider-Man. Yes, guys, you heard me right. Afro-Latino. There are a lot of... I don't like when the community of geeks, they just focus on, oh, he's the black Spider-Man. You gotta give him his credit that he's mixed. He's half black and half Puerto Rican. Yeah. His mother Rio is Puerto Rican. I think they announced that. But still, you gotta give him that. Now, yes, you can say, well, we got Miles, Chris. Not live action. We have not had him live action. And I still would love to see Miles live action. I would still love to see who they would get. Now, yes, it would probably be a Sony, maybe MCU partnership. Because in my opinion, I don't trust Sony. So in my opinion, yes, Miles would need the help of Kevin Feige and them to give them some good input. Don't get me wrong, Into the Spider-Verse was great, but that was animation. We're talking live action now. So who and why? Miles is great. He is a very good character. I still feel that, comic-wise, I still feel he needs to change his name a little bit, because no matter what, no matter how popular he gets, there will always, when we think of Spider-Man, who's the first person to come to your mind? Peter Parker. But Miles Morales is a great character, and it would be really cool to see that sleek black and red costume live action. We got teases of it in several movies. In several movies we've seen it. Hell, Glover played, I believe he was playing Uncle Aaron. So yeah, and we saw later on, remember, we saw Electro even say, there's got to be a black Spider-Man around. Yes, but I like Miles, and I think Miles is great, and I think I am probably not alone in saying we would love to see him live action. Number 2, número 2 on the channel. If I butcher my Spanish is a little rusty, but I'm gonna try my best. Ana Corazon, aka Spider-Girl, or Arachne, as she was first called. When she first debuted in comics, in the Marvel Universe, guys, she debuted in the newly resurrected comic series Amazing Fantasies. And I really loved what Marvel was doing with that. I love that they brought back Amazing Fantasies, and they were introducing new characters into the Marvel Universe. Some of them didn't really get at the staying power, but Anya Corazon Arena, she got that staying power. Now in the beginning, she had more mystical powers, like she had like this spider armor that would come on her, and she had like a partner who was kind of like this wizard, and he was really cool. He was really cool, and she was a part of this kind of fraternity or a covenant in a sense, and they had their own set of villains. And after she lost that power, she later took on the mantle of Spider-Girl. We saw that. Julia Carpenter, who was Spider-Woman, the second Spider-Woman, then she changed her name to Arachne. She gave up her costume. Anya took that costume, and at the time she was Spider-Girl, but she didn't have powers. All her was more gadget-wise. Then when the great story of Spider Island came around, she got the powers. And after the story ended, when we thought everybody was cured, her power still stayed. And she was great. Do I feel that? Yes, I do. She's not the only Spider-Girl I would love to see live action. Hell, I still want to see a Mayday Parker's story. But Anya Corazon would be great to see. She's fun. She has a mixture of Peter Parker, but she also has that Latina flavor that I love. She is of Mexican and Puerto Rican descent, and that is something that I really love, and her comics really sold. And we see her now when she's with all the other Spider, Web Warriors or so. But yes, she still has her powers. She still loves them. And even when we see like these later like Spider-Man cartoons, Anya Corazon is in the series. So there is a lot of buzz for her, in my opinion. And I would love to see a character like that get some shine. Hell, I want to see a Spider-Girl. Who would I cast as Anya? That will be for another time. Right now, it's just about who I would love to see. There you go. Numero 3 on the list, as you guys saw, the White Tiger family. Guys, my pack, if you guys know your alpha as well as you probably do, you've been running with me. You've been riding with the pack for a long time. You know how many times have I gone on record to say they need to bring White Tiger into the MCU. I've said it before. I don't care if it's a movie or a series. This character needs to be drawn. Believe it or not, guys, White Tiger was Marvel's first Latino character. Yes. Now, there's 3 of them, and they're all family. That's why it makes this why this is a character that would really be great, because it has a legacy. It's a legacy character. It started with Hector Ayala, who was actually roommates with Peter Parker back in the day. This is a character that came out in the 70s, and then of course it went from Hector. When Hector died, it went to his niece, Angela Del Toro, and she was an FBI agent that was trying to figure out why characters like Daredevil and Spider-Man, all these costume heroes, why do they do what they do? She tried to stay away from kind of the family legacy of White Tiger until Daredevil showed her. He saved an old mom and pop store, and then he saw and he said, that's why we do what we do. The looks on their faces, things like that. And she kind of got it. She donned her own White Tiger look, a little differently than Hector's, her uncle's, and she continued. Before technically she died, but she's back. She died by Lady Bullseye, and then she came back. And then it went to her aunt, the youngest, Hector's sister, Anya Ayala. and her costume is more similar to her brother's with the tiger stripes. Now, the reason why I would love to see the White Tiger clan get brought, because first of all, this would be a good way of incorporating more of the world of Kunlun, because that amulet that they carry, that tiger amulet, which has that tiger god spirit in it that gives them their power, it comes from Kunlun, same place where Iron Fist is from. That's where it comes from. Hector had it, Angela had it, Anya has it. It would be really good to see, and in my opinion, I think the White Tiger series could work great as a anthology series. You see, when Hector was the White Tiger, maybe you do a period piece like he was the White Tiger during the 70s and 80s, and then that's where Mace Gideon, one of White Tiger's enemies, killed him, because that's how Hector died. Then it leads into Anya trying to solve the case of her uncle, trying to find out who killed him, and then finally fighting between being an FBI agent of the law or donning what her uncle did. And then, of course, then passing on to, you could do this, the modern take. Now Anya's the White Tiger. The point is, of all the Latino characters in Marvel, I have been wanting to see White Tiger so badly. And I know people say, oh, but it just looks like Black Panther or something. They're different. They are different. They are different. And I don't mind seeing another cat-themed hero in Marvel or in the MCU. White Tiger needs to come. I'm just saying. Número 4. Okay. This character, as you saw, is a lot of people may not know who she is, but we're talking about Bonita Juarez, aka Firebird. Firebird is a character from Marvel that maybe not a lot of Marvel fans or comic fans really know. She's kind of obscure. She has been an Avenger, but her team really revolves around a team that's based in Texas called the Rangers. Now, why is she called Firebird? Well, Bonita first appeared in Incredible Hulk number 265, and in that comic we got to see her backstory, but in there she was also fighting the Hulk out of misunderstanding, like most of the time. Her powers come from radiation, in a sense, and the radiation that she was imbued with, her body consumed, it actually it altered her DNA to the point where now she's able to make fire and burn and fly, and hence she's very religious. She took on the title, the name Firebird, in a sense because of the mythical bird, and feeling like she also felt that the powers that she got came from God. So she's very religious. Now, a lot of people, like I said before, she's very lesser known, but she's very cool too. Our power, we don't have a lot of heroes in the MCU that I can think of right now that have flame powers or fire powers and things like that. We haven't seen Human Torch yet, or anybody else. But Bonita Juarez is another one of those characters. This was actually a character I could have seen Salma Hayek playing. Now, yeah, she went on to play Ajax in the Eternals. They gender swapped the character, but still, Ajax is of Latin descent, I believe. Yeah, but this is who I could have seen the talented and lovely Salma Hayek playing. Bonita Juarez, Firebird. Really cool character. If you want to know more about her, research her. Find titles. Like I said, she's appeared in Avengers, and of course the Rangers. That's the name of the team. Her, Living Lightning, Texas Twister, Red Wolf, characters like that are on that team. Yes, give you a little hint, give you a little bit of a Flamebird 101, but she's a character I would love to see brought to the MCU. Definitely. Firebird. Number 5, on the list. Number 5, as you saw, a newly rejuvenized and newly casted Cecilia Reyes, the Afro-Latino. Yeah, Cecilia Reyes is black and Puerto Rican. Another just like, I believe, yes, black and Puerto Rican. But she's a mutant. We all know. If you don't know her, okay. If you watched that movie called New Mutants, and I give Miss Barga, I think that's her name, her last name. I don't blame her. I don't hate her because I actually like the actress, but she's Brazilian. She's not. And if you saw the image, that's in all the comics of Cecilia Reyes. They have never changed her look. They have never done anything differently. She always looks the same. Dark skin. Yo, it's like, that's one of the main reasons why I boycotted New Mutants. I'm not even gonna get into that. We're not doing that. But we need once they start bringing in the X-Men and more mutants, and like I said before, don't want to see all X-Men just brought into one movie. But Cecilia Reyes, a mutant that can basically create force fields, needs to be done properly and done right. Properly done right. I'll repeat that once again. Properly done right. Cecilia Reyes. Let's go. Number 6 on the list. I'm sorry, guys. I maybe? Yeah. I'm sorry. Number 6, as you saw, Yoyo Rodriguez. Now, we have seen Yoyo Rodriguez, aka Slingshot, in the MCU, even though I don't know what to think now, because there are times people are saying, is Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. a part of the MCU or is it not? I want to say for the most part it is. But I would love to see the same actress who played her, I'm forgetting her full name, but I think her first name is Natalia. I still want to see her come back as Yoyo Rodriguez. We need speedsters back. More speedsters in the Marvel MCU. There's only been 2 so far that I can think of. There's only been 2 speedsters. Quicksilver and, I'm forgetting, from the Eternals. But that's it. I can't remember that. Jesus. But that's it. There are no more, we don't have any other speedsters. And that's sad. Who doesn't like a good speedster? And what makes Slingshot so different from all the other speedsters? She has super speed, and she is the daughter of Griffin, who is a villain. But she can come back to the same point of origin. She's like a slingshot. So she can go wherever, and then she can easily go right back to that point. That is really cool. And Nick Fury used her powers very well when she was a part of the Secret Warriors. That was one of the biggest, coolest things about her. And even at one point in the comics, she lost her arms. Her arms got cut off by the Gorgon, a very deadly mutant. cut her arms off, and she had metal arms later on. But prior to that, but besides that, yes, Yoyo Rodriguez, aka Slingshot, I want to see back in the MCU. And I've said it before, it would be really cool if they brought back S.H.I.E.L.D. I really wish they resurrected S.H.I.E.L.D. and she was a part of the superhuman division of S.H.I.E.L.D. And that's where I've always said, maybe I'll talk about that on another vid as well. But yes, Yoyo Rodriguez, Slingshot, I would love to see back in the MCU. How about you? Seven on the list, and this is an interesting one, as you saw, guys. Victor Alvarez, aka Power Man. He's the second Power Man. This is interesting because I can't see them doing this character, even though I love this character, I like this character, and I really want to see him brought live action. But I can't really see him being brought to the MCU without bringing in reintroducing Luke Cage and Iron Fist, because it plays a big part of who he is. Victor's powers are really cool. It's similar to Iron Fist in a sense. He gets stronger by absorbing chi. He absorbs chi, and it's not just, it comes from living things. He can absorb the people of New York's chi, and it makes him stronger. Until it makes him so strong that he starts glowing. So it enhances his strength, his speed, everything. Danny took him under his wing and started to teach him martial arts and things like that. And Luke even said, okay, you can use the Power Man name. Even though Luke hasn't used that name since God knows when. But still, Victor Alvarez was a cool character. Now I'm saying it true that I'm not saying that it can't be done, but it would be really cool to see the character done after Luke and Danny come back into the MCU. Because I still have no reason not to think that we're not going to see Luke Cage and the Iron Fist, Danny Rand, back in the MCU. I have no doubts about we're going to see them soon. But yeah, Victor Alvarez, Power Man, would be great to bring. I would love to see live action, because I would love that costume. His costume looks very simple to do. It doesn't look hard to do. But yeah, I would love to see him. Victor is, I think he's Dominican. Yeah, he's Dominican. He's Dominican. So yeah, I would love to see Victor Alvarez brought into the MCU. And number eight, the last one, guys. You saw it. Yes, I'm gonna call it. Yes. Do I want? Yes. Robbie Reyes back. Yes, I do. I want Ghost Rider back in the MCU. And don't say you can't do it, because you can do it. I don't ever want to hear people say it's not possible for them to bring this character, because once again, I say it all the time, and people laugh at it, but if they can get a talking raccoon and a tree man over, they can bring in characters like this. Don't give me that garbage that they can't. Ghost Rider, I want all of them. I want the Johnny, Dan, the brothers. And you got to remember, Victor's powers don't come from the same source. They don't come from Zarathos. They don't. Victor's powers, Robbie's powers were different. Similar, but different. And I thought Mr. Luna, who played him, they did age him up, but I thought he did a wonderful job on Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. Those are probably some of the best episodes of Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. and they cost so much. That's one of the reasons why they had to stop having him on the show. But it was really good to see. And I know he wants to return back as that character. But I would love to see, once again, all the Ghost Riders. And I think a Ghost Rider series, more of an anthology series, again, showcasing all the different Ghost Riders, can work, and we can see Robbie Reyes in there. I still want to see Robbie in there. It would be great to see the Flaming Skull in his leather jacket and him driving around in his, I think he drives a Charger, I can't remember. But yes, I still want to see it. It'd be great to see. You can call the series maybe the Tales of the Ghost Rider or something like that. I don't know. I'm just saying. But yes, Robbie Reyes makes number 8. You guys should have known it was going to be that. Now, some people may say, "Hey, Chris, what about like Sam Alexander Nova?" Yeah, he comes before. He comes after Richard Rider. You don't things like that. But yes, there's so many other Marvel characters, and they're villains. Some are villains. Some are heroes. But lo and behold, guys, there are great Latin Hispanic characters in Marvel that I feel need to be brought. Give a little spotlight on them, and that's sometimes the manner of the MCU. You know, America Chavez was well known, but it was still great to see her in there, even though I said before they depowered her big time. But outside of that, yeah, it's still great to see her. I hope that wasn't the only time we're gonna see her. America Chavez better come back in something. But I can't wait to see Joaquin Torres's Falcon costume. What's it gonna look like? Will it be similar to his comic equivalent costume, or will it be a lot different? I'm looking forward to it, and I like the actor that's playing him. He's playing it well, and you could see during the press conference at D23, he's really excited to come back and honored to come back as Joaquin Torres. We need more. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Well, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this run. This is the first part of a 3-part series. These are just some characters that I would love to see in the MCU that are of Latino, Hispanic descent. And like I said before, guys, this is in honor of Hispanic Heritage Month. And so we will continue. Next week, on the next episode of Opinon Spot, we're going to do DC. Who will you not see on there will be, of course, Jaime Reyes, because we are getting Blue Beetle, so we don't need that. But you will see. Will I do 8? We'll see. But in the meantime, remember, part 1 we just did was Marvel. Part 2 will be DC. And part 3 will be independent characters. That may not be that many, but still, gotta give respect to the indie characters as well. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Please leave your comments in the section down below. I'd love to hear your input as always. Don't forget, guys, I have the Patreon. Want to join up? Want to join the pack? Want to become an Uber Pack member? Join the Patreon. There's something there probably you would like. If you like me to request, that's definitely a good place to do it. You want to dictate my video schedule? You could do it there too. That's one of them. But in the meantime, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I will see you guys next time as always. This is McVernonkid, your alpha, saying peace, one love, stay tuned. Once again, and also to any pack members who, I hope any pack member that is from the South, especially the Sunshine State of Florida, I hope you guys are safe. Nothing really bad happened to you. Your family's safe, everything like that. I've been getting around talking to some friends in Florida and making sure they're okay. They basically said, yeah, we're good. That is great. outside of that, guys, you guys take care. Deuces.